video covers how to set up a document camera using your PC. If you are doing a Chrome, if you're going to install your document camera in your Chromebook, stop watching this video and go to the Ipevo Chromebook video. So for this one with the PC or on your desktop in your classroom, first thing you're going to want to do is most document cameras in the district that you probably are using are going to be the Ipevos. You can see, looking at the document camera for the manufacturer and the model number, this software is compatible with all Pevos. It is compatible with some document cameras that are not Ipevo, but you may have to find some different software for it. First thing you're going to want to do is go to ipevo.com /software. Software you're looking for is Visualizer. It is free software. You're going to hit the download now button, download it for Windows 10 from the Microsoft Store, so that will install the PC version. For your Chromebook, you could also do right from the Chrome Web Store, and that'll give you the Chromebook app or for your Chromebook when you go to the same site on your Chromebook. Once you get the software downloaded, what you are going to do is install it, and you're going to click on your Windows launch icon, and you should have a new icon for Ipevo, which is the Visualizer software. Visualizer software is your go-to for document camera software if you want to use a document camera. So we're going to click on this. It's going to open up our document camera. And I've got a catalog here that I'm just kind of showing you guys that we've got. So when you open up your document camera for the first time, it's going to ask you to accept some permissions. You're definitely going to want to accept those permissions. Now, this is the desktop version, so there are many more options and configuration settings and things that you can do on the desktop version than you can on the Chromebook version. Chromebook version is kind of a stripped down version of it. The first thing with your document camera, and you guys can't see this because I've got it, is the document camera has articulated joints, so you can go up and down. You can rotate the camera head so that you can get your camera to be exactly what you want it to be. We're going to talk about how do you do all the things that you need to do with your document camera. So I've got my document camera set up here, and I've got everything. Now, up in the top, you have some settings. So the first setting, now you have a lot of settings. You can set up what you want your sounds to do for your camera for focus. Where do you want your files to save? This is all of your document camera files are saved on your hard drive or your desktop. If you are saving document camera files on your Chromebook, they are saved, if you're using the Ipevo software, to your local Chromebook storage, which is very limited. There's one of those dreaded pop-ups in my videos, but I am not redoing this one. So then you can set up your, if you're going with your stream settings, how you would like to set up your settings. There's lots of different options in here. If you're going to take a snapshot, do you want to do a timer before you do this so you get ready, keep your fingers out of the way? When you're doing recording, what's the quality level that you want? How fast do you want your slow motion to be? Time-lapse intervals, and information about it. So that's all set up in your settings. The next thing that you've got is you can do a picture-in-picture if you would like to. So I can actually have two things going on. A little bit more advanced. That's what the picture-in-picture window is for you. With this first one, what I can do is I can select what camera I'm using. So if you have this installed in your Chromebook, you have multiple cameras, I can select a different camera, change what I want for my settings. The zoom, I can actually zoom with my document or with the settings on my document camera to zoom in and out of particular text or the things that I would like to do. Next one down allows me to, instead of rotating with my camera head, what I can do is rotate my image by grabbing this and rotating. What do I want my image to be rotated that way? So I can actually rotate my image either by rotating the camera head or rotating my lens. And I can click on different angles to do a quick, to get my rotation where I would like it to be. So there are several ways that you can do this depending on what you've got for your text, for how do you want your stuff to do with this. The other option that you have is mirroring. If I hit the mirroring, I can mirror my software. I can mirror it horizontally, I can mirror it vertically to show what it is that I am trying to do. This is particularly important if you are showing text and perhaps your text does not show right. So I have got text here. I'm going to close this out. I have text here that says hello. If I mirror it, then my text is mirrored. So you can set up and do this. Mirroring becomes very important, especially if you're going to record yourself demonstrating something and it's very specific. Students need to use their left hand, their right hand, whatever it is that they might need to do. You might need to mirror it so that in meetings your information is back to the way that it needs to be. I can adjust the exposure or the brightness. I can adjust my white balance of it. I can do manual focus if I would like to, and I can put video filters on here. We're not going to go into all those, but I can change my video filters. Across the bottom, some of the things that are super important or are really cool features is I can annotate right on this, which gives me another drawing tool. So I can draw right onto whatever I want for my screen if I would like to. I can erase it. I can turn it on and off. But right here by default is I can take a picture. If I do a snapshot, it's going to take a picture. It'll give me where do I want to create, or for the first time, it'll ask me to create a folder. I can create a folder called doc camera. And this is going to be where my picture is going to set, or, oh, I've got to create a folder. So I am going to select a folder. I'm going to click in here to make a new folder. New folder, and we're going to call this folder doc camera, and I'm going to select that folder. So that's going to be where my picture is saved. So now when I go into, if I want to go look in my computer, I can go look in my folders that I've got here, and I should have a folder called doc camera, and that's where my picture would be stored for my snapshot. I can also click this arrow to open up, and it gives me more options. And so if you hover over, it'll show you what the things do. I can record if I would like to record a actual something that I'm doing. So I would just hit the record button to record, give it a file name where I'm going to save it, hit the stop button to stop. I can also do slow motion, setting up how do I want my slow motion to do. I can set up time lapse, scan a barcode. I can use text to speech. I can use this to scan a document if maybe I have a PDF that I'd like to get scanned in. I can magnify. I can do a stop motion like a Gumby video or clay motion. And I can do a split screen, which is where I can show different things. This I can turn and mute the microphone. There is a microphone built into the Ipevos if I would like to do that. Over here, my options that I've got are just reading aids and masking. And so if I click this, the first reading aid that I get is I get a line that gives me so I can see where my students are. If I left click again on the line, I get my magnification tools. And so then I can magnify if I'm trying to do text to magnify what is the text or what is it that I want my students to see. Click the left button again, I can turn it off. To turn my tools off again, I go click. I can do a different highlight bar, so it's just doing what the line is, great for reading, or turn my tools off. I can put a grid in, so if I want to add my grids, if I'm trying to line something up, the more that I click, the more grids that I get, and so I can get a deeper grid of it. And then the last option I can do is I can click this button and it will try to focus in on what is the most predominant part of the video or of my document.